Dr. Shabir, welcome to Let the Quran Speak.
Pleasure to be on.
We're looking at chapter 14, verse 34, as part of our series on inspiring verses of the Quran, Dr. Shabir. And this one goes like this. And he has granted you all that you asked him for. If you tried to count God's blessings, you would never be able to number them. Indeed, humankind is truly unfair, totally ungrateful.
It is a very inspiring verse, because it tells us that God has actually provided all the things that we have. وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ. He has given you of everything that you have asked for. وَإِن تَوَدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you were to try to count the favors of God, you would not be able to number them. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَظَلُومٌ كَفَّارٌ. So the human beings have turned out to be ungrateful and ignorant.
Because we go about our lives and we don't notice the wonderful things that we have. We just take them for granted, right? Like the air we breathe, our bodies, right? Our hands, little things that, well, they seem little to us, but they're really big in the grand scheme of things because we wouldn't be able to function without them, really.
Yeah, exactly. And, the term here, sa'altumu, you have asked for these things. We get things that we don't even ask for. I mean, our heart is beating without our intending it so, and we don't ask God, okay, God, let me have the next heartbeat, right? But God, we ask for material things, physical things, that tangible items, and God is making sure we have the air we breathe, our heart is pumping, so many aspects of our bodies internally are going on without our being aware of them and without our giving thanks to God for these things. But God is providing all of these things. And of course, He's providing even what we ask for. But He doesn't give us everything that we ask for, not necessarily the way in which we ask for them. Even though the verse taken literally might seem to imply that, but even if you look at it literally, min kulli ma sa'altumu, out of, He gives you some of everything that you ask for. Because, there is an old saying, be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. Okay? So sometimes we pray for things and we're not sure about the outcomes of those things. It just looks to us like, at the moment, this is what I need. Like, I really want to marry this person. I really want to buy that car. That's the motorcycle I really, I'm in love with, and so on. But we don't know how all of these things will be for us in the future. They look good now, but will they prove to be beneficial or harmful? And when we ask God for something, He may not give us precisely what we ask for. According to a hadith, there are three ways in which God might answer our prayers. One is by giving us precisely what we ask for. Two is by delaying a blessing. So we ask for something, but God is not going to give us precisely that thing, partly because that thing is not beneficial for us, really, even though we think that it is. But instead of giving us that, because we have made a prayer to God, God is going to store up a reward for us in the life hereafter. So that in the end, one will wish that all of these rewards were stored up rather than we got the things in this world that we prayed for. And thirdly, but not necessarily in that order, God may avert some calamity from us that had we seen it coming, we would have been praying to God to remove that calamity, but we didn't see it, so we were asking for something else. So God gives us then what we should have been asking for, but we don't have enough knowledge to make the best judgment in what we are to be asking for at the time. So all of this shows the beneficence of God. He's always there looking out for us, even when we are not getting precisely the thing that we ask for. So people should not give up hope and say, okay, I've been praying to God, but I haven't been getting it. Keep praying, because every time you pray, you're getting a reward with God, at least stored up in the life hereafter, or some calamity is being averted from you. And in any case, God may give you what you're asking for, but maybe just not now, because maybe now is not exactly the right time. And He's going to give it to you at the time when it will be more beneficial to you. So in short, the verse is assuring us that God is giving us some of everything that we're asking for. And we know, like reading the subtext of this, that God is giving us even what our inner compositions are demanding. So we might request something by our tongues. We're saying, God, please give me this. But our inner compositions are requesting all of the time, not in the words that humans speak. But, when our stomach is growling, it's asking for food. And it doesn't have to growl. Our inner composition is such that there are so many demands, so many needs. We need so many chemicals and so many nutrients and so on in our system. All of this is being provided by God every moment, and we're not even aware of these things. But God is providing them for us. So in the end, instead of giving thanks to God, human beings have turned out to be zalum, which means something like oppressive, wrongdoing, and then kafar, which is there's an interesting term, because the term in Arabic here, kafar, could mean ungrateful. It could also mean disbelieving. So we use it like when we say a person is a kafir, we often use that to mean the person is a disbelieving person. But technically, it means one who is covering up something. So, and in the Quran, it is used for ungratefulness. It's as if we cover up the fact that God has given us of His bounties. Instead of declaring it, we're doing the opposite. We're covering it up and pretending that God didn't give us anything. So the person who is like this is called, a kafir in the Quran, as if, which is the same word for an unbelieving person, a person who rejects the faith of Islam. So we should be careful about that, and we should be expressing shukr, which is the opposite of kufr. Shukr is thankfulness, gratefulness, gratitude, which is the opposite of kufr, which is disbelief or ingratitude. So this verse is saying that despite the fact that God has given us so many things that we could not count them, yet human beings have turned out to be sinful and at the same time ungrateful. We don't want to be that.
May we not be those people, Dr. Shabir.
Ameen.
We pray for that.
Yes. The most effective and far-reaching dawah we can do these days is on social media. That's why we're developing the Muslim Media Hub. We're harnessing the power of media to spread the message of Islam. Please support this project at QuranSpeaks.com and share in the reward from God.